But if you want to win, you want to be competitive, you want to go to the playoffs, you got to have a strategy. More aimed at guys that are kind of just starting out, not really sure what your strategy might be, things like that. So I'm going to cover some of that today. I've been doing this for a while. I got some championships, a little bit of street cred, but I want to share some information with you. So I'm like I said, I'm picking one out of this is a 10 teamer. I'm picking first on this one. So I'm going to go over my strategy, what that's going to look like. This is for me, basically, this is the Josh Allen strategy year. And anybody who's picking after 6 or 7 that doesn't take Josh Allen in the first round, I think is making a mistake. When I pick later, when I show you somewhere I'm picking later, I'll go over what that might look like. I'm picking one. I've either got to take Bijan or I'm going to have to take Gibbs, right? I'm going to go Gibbs. Bijan's offense, I don't know. They're lost there in Atlanta. He's a stud. You can't go wrong with Bijan. You just can't. Okay, there's like 5 guys this year: Bijan, Barkley, Derrick Henry. Um, I don't know. Those are the big ones. Gibbs, of course. So Gibbs, I'm taking Montgomery left. He's no longer in Denver. Denver in Detroit. So Montgomery went to Houston. I'm going to definitely take Gibbs, and then I have to sit and I have to wait for the draft to go all the way down and come all the way back, and that's a long, long time. So once it comes back around to me on the turn. I'm probably going to look at another stud running back because there's not going to be a whole bunch of them left. There's about a dozen that are bell cows that are getting all the carries plus the third down throws. And then it goes into more splits. You get a lot of 60-40 splits. And the 60-40 splits are really tough because you just never know, man. Week to week, it can go back and forth. So it looks like we're just rebooting here. They went into the draft finally, and then we'll come up. So anyway, but picking on in the first spot, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Same thing when you're in 10, you can do the back to backs, and I'll show you. Now there's a strategy I like to use for running backs, the double up strategy for certain teams. Now, depending on which end you're at, it's going to vary on what your opportunities were. I will show you that. That'll be a little bit later on. That'll probably be like round 8, something like that. I don't know what that is, but I don't want it. And what's it want? No, screw you. Don't send me anything. All right. So here's Gibbs. The draft is going to start. Boom. And of course, I am going to take him. Okay. All right. So now I like to watch this from this one up here, the board. And you can watch across as people pick because now you should have the 2 receivers. You have Chase and you got Puka. Going to be interesting to see who goes after that, whether McCaffrey's been moving up, Jonathan, the dude in Indiana, Jonathan, whatever. So there's McCaffrey going. This is when I say, if you see, look, there's the Josh Allen right there. I think that that's a good move. After you've gone through these 3 or 4 guys, he's the number one quarterback every year, or number 2 at the worst, but he's always 1 and 2. I've won a couple of championships because he's just freaking phenomenal. They play up there and it's cold. At the end of the year, he just runs the ball in. He's freaking 6'6", 270 or whatever. He's a massive human being and he just carries people around. So I like that pick early. The pundits will tell you no, that's a waste. He's down here. Should be picking him late second round, early third. Yeah, I don't care. This move right here, what this does is it sets everybody else on their toes, going, ah, crap. I was looking at Allen's, right? So now you've got them all out of their game. That's a great strategy alone. Okay. All right, let's see what's going on. So this guy down at the end, he did the James Cook, Genty, Vegas. Never mind, forget about them. Now I like this: Jonathan Taylor, Saquon Barkley, really good foundation. Um, don't have to really too worry too much about running backs unless one just falls in your lap in this spot. I really like that. This guy's going the opposite direction. He's got two great receivers. I had Smith and Jigma last year. They won. I don't think they're going to be back. They're going to be kind of like the hangovers. I'd stay away from them personally. Detroit up here. I like Detroit. Puka, he's a stud. Jamar, you can't go wrong with any of these guys. So here's where I was hoping maybe Derrick Henry would fall to me. Didn't. So it's my turn. Who's up there? Let's see what we have. All right. Kenneth Walker in Kansas City. Great pick. I love Collins in Houston. I always lean defense. Yeah, there's not a lot of running backs after this. I'm going to go with Walker here. And let's scroll down because we don't get to pick again for a while. So do I want to like go crazy? Take McBride? I could from this spot. I don't trust him enough to do that draft capital. I'd rather come up here. I like Nico Collins in Houston. I had Pickens last year. He's a punk. I don't really trust him. I'm going to take Collins here. Okay. Pickens had a great year. He got me a championship. I can't say anything but good stuff about him last year. I just he's one of those guys. All right. So now if you're picking, I'm looking at these great receivers, good run there. Rookie running back, Arizona, no talent, could be a shit show. I'd stay away from that. The Jets are the Jets, I mean, Hall's a great running back, but he's in a terrible situation. They never do anything. Okay, same thing with the Giants. I just stay away from them. Flowers in Baltimore. Had him last year myself. He was a great pick. Oh, somebody just took him. Um, he's a stud. I love Waddle here. Olave. I think New Orleans under what's his name? Schuff, the new quarterback. I go with that definitely. Rashee Rice. I don't know about Kansas City. Mahomes got the blown knee. I don't know how good he's looked. So anyway, I don't really see anybody I'm in love with there. How far is it? Oh, I don't pick for 11, so that's okay. All right. Well, let's look at the board, okay? So we can kind of go over what strategies. So like I say, I went with the running back. Um, I didn't remember taking Nico, so somehow I guess I did. Anyway, all right. Bijan, Bowers, they went for the tight end. I think you can do better on tight end value wise. These guys, there's a lot of draft capital on McBride and on Bowers. I would come down here, if you come and you look at your at the tight ends that are upcoming. I'm not a fan of Loveland. I mean, they think he's going to be great. I like the tried and true. Warren was a stud, lost his quarterback, but he's back. So, and he's got an injured quarterback who's going to be dumping off tight end. He doesn't want to get hit. He's going to throw the ball away a lot. I think Warren will have a good year. Kraft in Green Bay, he was a stud when he was healthy. Laporta back in Detroit a couple years ago. Laporta was the dude, right? Got hurt a lot. Just didn't click last year, but I think that's a really good pick. Pitts, he got all his points in one game. That's it. I've had him before. I had him at the end of last year. I was in the playoffs. I lost my league by 1.88 points. This guy got me zero the last day of the season. Okay, I won't take him. Kittle, love him. I don't care, 92. He's going to play. If I take Kittle, then I am going to hold on late and I'm going to come down here and I am going to take Tonjes, wherever the hell he's at. Uh-oh, I got to go back up. I don't want to tight end, all positions. Where are we at? Okay, so I have pretty good running backs. I'm not in love with anybody here. I like Ibuka. Nothing much here. Swift running back, but he's going to split carries. McLaurin, none of these guys do much for me. I would go ahead and make the jump, take Warren. Okay. And then I love me some Montgomery. I think Montgomery is going to be really good. I'd take me some Montgomery. All right. So now let's see. Where are we? So no quarterback yet for us. Nico Collins, Alpha in Houston. Great running backs. We got Gibbs, we got Walker, we got Montgomery. So we got three great running backs. We don't need to look at running backs at all anymore. We don't have a quarterback. We need receivers. Okay. So that's what we're going to look at. We got our tight end already. So at this point, we can really focus. All we really want to do for the next, I'd say, four picks is go with the running with the wide receivers. So let's see who's coming up. All right, so we had Ibuka. A lot of people love him. I don't like him any more than the guy opposite him, Godwin. McMillan, Carolina. Stay away from Carolina. Washington, McDaniel. I don't know what he's going to do. Will he play a whole year? Chicago. They do throw the ball a lot. I like the quarterback. I like the quarterback better than I like these guys. Like I'd rather have Williams. He runs it a lot. He throws it a lot. I like him. If I had Josh Allen, I would be all over more. Don't have him. Watson, Williams, opposite the Sun God. That you can't go wrong there. I've had him. He's been good. Devontae Adams, how can you go wrong? The dude's got the great hands and he gets all the touchdowns. Puka gets him there. He gets the score. Evans, I'm going Evans. If he's still available on my pick, I got six more picks to go. I will definitely take Evans. He's the alpha in San Francisco now, and I think their defense isn't real good. I think you're going to see him getting the ball thrown to him a lot as long as he's healthy. I mean, he's starting to get up there. I think he's 31, 32. He's not that old though, right? He's been so good for so long. So I'm banking on that. In these middle rounds, you've got a chance. You got to look like Odunze. Do I want to go with the young guy who really could light it up? I mean, he's really shown some ability, but there's not a lot of consistency. I like Evans here. I like Williams here. Williams is pretty consistent too. Uh, Washington got all his points in the last month of the year. I don't trust that. That could have happened for I don't know what the reasons were, but I don't trust it. So I definitely am Evans at this point in this spot. Again, we can look at our results, right? We don't have a quarterback. We're light on wide receiver. We can come over here. Uh, let's look who is the quarterbacks available right now. Love me some Jalen Hurts. I'm going to jump here. I know I need receivers. Uh, I've had Hurts. I think I think he's a good pick this year. Okay. And now I got to get me a receiver. I got to, right? Same guy still available. I'm going to go with Evans. Take him. Okay. All right, let's look. What do we have here? Here's our results. All right, I feel better now about my team. We're how many rounds are we? One, two, three, four, five, six. We're 7 rounds in. So I got my starting lineup, which I'm not really worried about that, but I kind of like that. Make sure, these are guys. So I'm going to go to war. These are my guys I'm going to war with, right? I like Hurts. He's the number one receiver in Houston, number one receiver in San Francisco, number one running back in Detroit, number one running back in Kansas City, number one tight end, maybe, I don't know, three, four, but he could be, and number one running back in Houston. So I'm really pretty happy with these guys so far. Okay, I really need some receivers. I'm in a league. My personal league is a three wide receiver league. So, in a situation like that, you also need to think about your strategy there too, right? I'm in another league that has two quarterbacks. I'm taking a quarter. I'm if I'm picking first, I'm taking Josh Allen in that league because I got to play two quarterbacks and I can blow people out of the water with two good ones. If I can get Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, you know what? I'll take my chances on my running back because at that point in a league like that, I would just be all over the best receivers for 4 or 5 rounds because you got three receivers plus that league has two of the W's. What do you call those? Whatever the shoot, I can't even think. But anyway, uh, so let's see. Where are we? Let's look at the board. We started with these guys, right? Your tight ends went kind of early. Here's Tyler Warren. We took him. That was our one. What was that? Fourth, fifth pick. I like Montgomery. I like that. Over here, I'm gonna go back. We need some receivers. Let's look at those. Not a fan. Thomas Jr., Tate, rookie. I don't like rookies, especially rookie receivers. I trust rookie running backs way before a rookie receiver. Okay, too many intangibles. Metcalf, I mean, does Rodgers have any gas in the tank? Metcalf was such a stud 3 years ago. He was just a beast. So, I kind of lean towards him. Downs, I don't know. Houston, I think Pierce is available probably down here somewhere. Godwin Jr. I think him and Ibuka are the same, right? I like him as a pick. I'll go right here with him. And since we are picking back to backs, who's next? Quentin Johnson could be good, right? Uh, Chargers, they score some points. What about Minnesota going with Kyler Murray? Addison was really good a couple years ago. I'm gonna go. I got Sutton and Reed too. These guys are all awesome. So I was saying there's so many great receivers. I'm gonna take Sutton. Okay. I like Sutton. He's a big tall dude. He battles. That's a team that's gonna score some points. So I'll take a chance on that. All right, let's see. What do we got? All right, so yeah, we got all our positions in, and now our bench, we're starting to build. We went with wide receivers. So let me show you this next move. This is the when you're on the end, when you're picking 1, 2, 9, 10. I probably wouldn't do this yet, but let's see if there's one we can pull off. So we've got the man, it's a little early. I don't know. I wonder if we can go another round. I don't think we can. I want to show you guys anyway. Okay. This is a great strategy. So let's go back to where we are. Right. Here's our results. Okay. So we've got so far we have Gibbs, we have Walker, we have Montgomery. So we're loaded. Our running backs, we should not have any issues, and their buys are all different. So we're really looking good. But I want one more good, dependable running back. And there aren't any of those left. So, what am I going to do? I'm going to do this. I'm going to wait. Where am I up in 3 picks? Okay. I think Mason will still be here. And I think Jones Sr. will be here. These are Minnesota's running backs. Jones is probably going to be the opening day starter. Very likely he'll be the starter for a couple of weeks. But consensus says Mason will take the job from him at some point. If Mason takes the job from him at the very beginning, fine. I have him. It doesn't really matter to me if and when Mason becomes their guy. And if there's an injury to either one, I now have their guy. Okay. So, and somebody just took freaking somebody just took Jordan Mason. They took my strategy. Damn it. All right. So who else can we do this with? Harvey. Do we have the two guys in Denver? No, we only have one. We don't have two in Chicago. Oh, we're screwed. And I don't even know who I just took because it didn't let me go. All right. Let's see. What did we get? Who did we just take? Hope we didn't take a quarterback or something stupid. Took a second tight end. I would never do that. Strategically, get your one tight end. You're good. Don't mess around. You could stream your tight end. If you get too far down, I would stream tight ends. I always stream my defense. Sometimes I stream my kicker. Sometimes I'll get one that's, been doing okay. I'll leave him out there for a while. Um, so I kind of got screwed up there on I didn't want him. I didn't want him. This is what happens when the computer takes over. If you want to auto draft, that is a strategy. I won my league a couple years ago on an auto draft, but I got lucky, honestly. I made a couple great pickups early, and that really changed things. So I got two more picks coming. I'm really bummed that we didn't. I wanted to show you how that would look, that strategy. But see, you kind of got to jump a little bit early. There's nobody else out here, no other teams where you can pull that off this late. So it's Minnesota. Denver's the other one because you got Harvey right here. But the other running back, their other running back besides Harvey is what's his name? I can't remember his name. See how far up here he went. Huh, I don't even see him. Maybe did I miss him? Is he actually still available? All I see is Jones down here. Yeah, there's nobody. There's no. See, Washington has. Well, you could do a couple from, and I've done this when there's three running backs. It just isn't as great of a strategy. So because of all that, everything I just said, screw it. I'm going to go to wide receivers. Um, and you know what happened is I am on auto draft and didn't realize it. So there's another strategy. Pay attention to that. Okay. Who did I auto draft? Let's see. I picked so Willis is the quarterback out of Miami. He was the backup in Green Bay. Could be really good. A lot of people really like him. He's got good history, just not a lot of it. Wilson, I don't trust Arizona. Just it's Arizona. They lost. Kyler Murray left, went to Minnesota. I think it's Jacoby Brissett, somebody like that's their quarterback. Journeyman guy. He'll get the ball off. He'll run it a little bit. They might have a decent offense. I think McBride is a good pick because of that. But we ended up, I think, with a pretty good looking team. We were picking first. We should have a good team, right? So we had Gibbs right off the bat. A long time till we picked again, but we ended up with Hurts at quarterback with Collins. We got Evans, Walker three. We got Warren. We got really good starters up front. He's a good backup, good second receivers. I don't know what Washington's going to be like. Hard to say. Buffalo, love anytime I have anything to do with Josh Allen. I'm not sure about. I wouldn't pick a quarterback. It auto picked it. I just wouldn't do that right here. I wouldn't have picked the tight end. I'd have picked somebody else in there. Anyway, just wanted to take you on this journey. I'm going to let it auto pick, and we're going to pick a kicker, and it's going to pick a defense. I don't really care what they pick. Does not matter to me. I usually stream my defense for the entire season, and very often I stream my kickers too. If you want to just plug and play somebody, okay, good luck. You're probably not going to win your league. You got to put some effort in. If you're going to be that lazy about it, I don't even know. I just auto draft and send emails to people and probably call it a day. You want to win. You want to be competitive. You want to go to the playoffs. You got to have a strategy. You got to kind of think about who do I pick next? What am I doing here? What am I going to do with these people forward? Are they going to have any value to me? Um, I just auto picked my who did I get? Who's my we just took Loop, the kicker, and we got the Vikings defense. Awesome. Love them. Probably start them. Anyway, first game of the year, you never know the first week because now that they don't really ever play in the preseason, they just they do it they preseason the first 2 weeks. So you're just guessing, So good luck with that. Anyway, that was one. I also have number seven. I will I'll do a couple more at least. I want to try like hit around three or four and show you what that looks like. I'd like to show you at the other end, maybe nine. So I'll see where I come up, and when I do, I'll record it and I'll post it. All right. If you like it, do all the good stuff, share and subscribe and all those things. All right. Appreciate it. Thank you. Bye bye.